Welcome. My name is Dr. Liza Swedarsky. I am a gynecologist and I practice outpatient gynecology and minimally invasive surgery in Boston. I also am the founder of Vows and run a series empowering women to honor themselves, to navigate the complicated healthcare systems that are out there, and teaching them about the importance of self-empowerment and self-advocacy. And I'm also a spiritual practitioner, and I'm here with author Lisa Wills.
Hi, Liza. Thank you so much for having me today. It's such an honor and a pleasure to be here with you.
Thank you for agreeing to do this interview. I
Thank
am
you.
partnering with Spiritual Enlightenment and Truth Focus Ministry, and we are focusing on health this year, 2022. Happy New Year, everyone. And we are focusing on health and the importance of honoring the body and the importance of this physical body, the mental body, and spiritual practice, and bringing that all into one in this new season, 2022. So it's all about health. So we're going to be doing a series of interviews, video blogs, which we call vlogs, and articles throughout the year in this series to help inspire viewers to focus on health. And so Lisa and I today are going to be talking about just that. So Lisa.
Yes, Liza.
So I also have to mention Lisa is my sister, but she's also my inspiration, and we've inspired each other our entire lives, wouldn't you say?
I definitely agree with that. Yes.
And Lisa, during the height of the pandemic, what just really inspired me through all of the changes that she incorporated into her life. And so, Lisa, I want to start off by asking you, so you can share with viewers, during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, where the entire planet was called to be still, to listen. What came through to you in terms of your health? You know, what changes did you make?
Right. So through the height of the pandemic, I think basically I noticed that two words come to mind for me: mindfulness and self-advocacy. Through your workshops and just sitting in with you and learning to just advocate for myself, I learned that sitting still and just identifying what needs to be changed, and then what's causing some of the problems that I was having.
And so what changes did you incorporate into your life over the year that helped you, live your best self in your body? What changes did you incorporate in your health?
Right, my health. So actually I gained about 25 pounds during the pandemic, early on during the pandemic with, as you know, I'm a teacher. So sitting home, watching television and having very little movement, like living the sedentary life, I had gained quite a bit of weight. And with that came a little bit of anxiety and depression and body image issues and self-esteem issues. And I think a lot of people can identify with that because it was happening to everybody.
Absolutely. Just the munching and the snacking. And
Yes.
I remembered you saying that you were watching a lot of television that was causing anxiety, and you stopped watching the news and television, and not only you were teaching spin and going to this place called the Hot Room. Talk a little bit about that.
Right. So
I'm going to share your photos and show what progress you made over the year.
sure. So like I said, through your workshops, I learned that, which I honestly didn't think about this before, that your diet consists of more than what you consume physically and what you eat. And so the television and watching the news and everything that was going on and just not moving towards being my best self, I identified that, the mindfulness. So I decided to advocate for myself. And as soon as the country opened back up, I joined the Hot Room, which is a hot yoga, hot Pilates studio. And I got back into teaching my spin classes and teaching my body works classes, and was able to lose the weight that I gained during the pandemic and kind of like find myself again and find my love for teaching cycle and my love for just taking care of my body.
And this is the progress you made right here.
Right.
Like, we're looking at about a 12-month span. You said this is perhaps
about 4 months into the pandemic. So it was in late June.
And this now is in April on your girls' trip.
Yes.
Look at that progress.
Yes. So I'm excited about that.
How many classes have you done at the Hot Room?
I'm at 240 right now. So I'm almost at 250 classes in about 15 months. So I'll be celebrating 250 soon.
That's incredible. And they take all of the precautions.
Absolutely.
Safety.
Yes.
And then how many days a week are you teaching spin?
So I'm doing spin 2 days a week. I'm teaching 1 day a week, and then I have a spin crew that we meet up. There's about 4 of us, and I teach one bodyworks class per week, and I get about 3 classes in at the hot room every week. And so that's about maybe 5 days a week where I'm actually working. And then I also started lifting weights with my husband. And so I'm really excited about that as well.
I think finding partners to
Mhm.
inspire is such a key step in anything we do in life, finding
Absolutely.
like-minded individuals, and you've done that.
Absolutely.
And the
Yeah.
beautiful thing about you is you give as you receive. So I remember when you found the hot room, you were just overjoyed with that workout program and the energy in the space. And then you also give in your cycling classes. You have a huge following.
Yes. The hot room is just a blessing. It's a community. And my following at the gym I teach at LA Fitness. I've had my classes for 8 years. So my bodyworks class and my cycle class have been people who followed me for the past 8 years. So they're like family.
I love that. The other thing that I was really inspired about, and you kept that close to your heart, we talked about how you had dreamt of being an author of children's
Mhm.
books. You've been an educator for how many years now?
This is 19 years, so almost 2 decades.
So
Yep.
during the height of the pandemic, you authored, found an illustrator to partner with. And so talk about your project.
Right. So I actually have my book here that's actually available now on Amazon. It's called A Teacher's Love. And I have just a wonderful illustrator. His name is George Sweetland. He lives in Connecticut, and he's also an educator. And so I had manuscripts that I took off the shelf and actually edited my manuscripts and found illustrators. I have another book that's coming out in March, and put into action what I had always dreamed of doing, because those manuscripts had sat on the shelf for a good 3 or 4 years. This has been a dream of mine for a very long time. So the mindfulness piece and the self-advocacy that I learned during your health vows sessions really helped me to get these manuscripts off the shelf and put things into action.
Oh,
And it
thank
was
you.
amazing.
You're being modest because that book was all you, but I'll receive that.
Right. I had done nothing with it, and now here we are. So thank you
But,
for inspiring me.
but your message in the book is really about love.
Yes, it's a message of love, and anybody can relate to the message. It's for teachers, it's for coaches, pastors, parents, students, anybody who has children or works with children on any capacity. Love wins, love conquers all, especially in the classroom.
Right. I love your motto that love transforms, especially in the classroom. Love
Especially in the classroom.
transforms. That energy of love is so important. And we first, I believe, have to love ourselves.
We do.
You know,
We do.
Yeah, you have to
And
love.
we have to love what we do. Like I have a passion for what I do. I love teaching. I love children. And so it all comes out. It's like the book for me is a culmination of what I stand for in the classroom.
Absolutely. So on that note, what changes in your life did you bring into your classroom culture, during the height of the pandemic? How did you cope with what was going on around you and bring that into the classroom on a day-to-day
Right.
basis?
So again, I keep going back to the mindfulness and self-advocacy, because I had to be mindful. And this was something I've always done. But these kids are coming to the table with a different set of challenges and a different set of adversity. And everybody experienced something different during the pandemic. So whether it was on Zoom, which was very difficult, or once we came back into the classroom and we had a hybrid situation, some students were on Zoom, some students were in person. You had to be mindful of that everybody was going through something different. And in self-advocacy, I made sure that if I needed something, I spoke to my administration about it. There's a lot of needs now. The kids are in a very difficult place. And I also transcended that into my students' thinking, and taught them how to advocate for themselves as well. Because children sometimes can feel embarrassed. They know their shortcomings. And I taught them that it's okay to not know, or it's okay to need help. And, this pandemic has set them back, and it really helped with the relationship piece also. The students, they know that they can come to me for anything.
That's what I think is so beautiful about what you do, and watching you over the years, not only teach children, but love on children, because I know like you keep food in your classroom.
Yes, hair supplies. I have students who I just tap into what they love. And so I have a lot of kids who love art. So I keep a lot of art supplies and different things. And I give special things to kids according to what their needs are. And they love me for that. And they know I make sure they know that they're seen, if that makes sense.
Yes. I mean, I think everyone has that desire ultimately in this life to feel seen, heard, and
Right.
understood and appreciated. And that's why you are such a special teacher. And
Thank you.
and your passion is math, and it shows in the kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's interesting because I feel, and I tell everybody this, like, I feel like you can make magic happen in the classroom when your kids know that you love them and they know that you care. They would do literally anything for you. So it's exciting.
That's wonderful. Well, I am so excited, about the release of your next book. A
Thank you.
Teacher's Love is an amazing story. And I'm not just saying this because Lisa is my sister. I have two children. My son is 12. I have a daughter who will be 16 next month. And I have read so many children's books. And I think that she has an amazing message in this book, unlike anything I've seen in any other children's book I've read. And I am just going to sit back and wait for the world to see and hear this message and envision that for you, Lisa. So
that really means a lot. And I thank you for all that you poured into me. I feel like the little seeds that you planted in me throughout my life and then throughout the pandemic has helped me to flourish and to grow. And things have started to come to fruition for me. And a lot of these projects, these passion projects, have literally, like I said earlier, sat on a shelf for many years. And so I know that your Health Vows seminar was a big part of my change. And for that, I'm forever grateful. I'm thankful. I really appreciate you for that, sis.
Oh, thank you. So the Health Vows workshop in the program, the entire series is my passion project. And currently I run a 7-week workshop series. There's no cost. It's actually part of a study now at the hospital where I work. And just trying to show that self-empowerment, teaching self-empowerment, self-advocacy tools, mindfulness tools can actually create individual behavioral changes that can affect how one navigates all of what we call those social determinants of health, because your healthcare journey is not just about what happens one-on-one in that doctor's office. It is so much a part of the relationships you have, where you live, the food that you eat, your environment, your social environment, your relationships. And the program is inspired by my own life. As Lisa, we know it hasn't been a crystal stair, but life is for us. Life is giving, and our entire journey is on purpose. And so that's what the series is really about. So if anyone is interested and has, time to commit, it's 1.5 hours for 7 weeks, and you'll be asked to complete a survey at the beginning and the end. So that's what Lisa is talking about. She's talking about this workshop series, but you've been an inspiration for so many years to so many people. Your students reach out to you, and I've just been amazed at how, just to see you putting into action all those intentions that you set, all those goals and the visions that you had. And that's what life is about. It's about setting intentions, having a vision, but then moving your feet, actually putting into motion the steps necessary to make major life changes and to live the life that you want, right? Oh, we can't hear you.
I plan to implement even more in 2022. Like I said, mindfulness continues to come to my mind. And like I said, it's something I really learned from you. Like, what can I do to continue to elevate not only myself, but other people? So that's what I'm going into the new year trying to accomplish.
We can't wait. And I hope everyone can, if you have a teacher in your life or a student, I think, what would you say the best age group is for this book? Probably like
I would say anywhere from 5 to 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful message. And
thank you.
Yeah, so looking forward to all that you're going to accomplish in 2022. And thank you for being with me today.
Thank you. I really appreciate it, Liza. You have a wonderful day.
Thanks, Lise. Bye.
Bye-bye.